Good morning, everybody. Um, this is Mountain Moving Monday, and I'm sure you probably heard me say it again, but on this particular day, we're going to be talking about some more serious matters that requires us to have faith that moves mountains. And so I thank God for today that He has made. I thank Him for giving us the gift of enjoyment to be glad in it. But today we are coming today with something more serious. Um, and it requires us to have more faith. Okay. Um, faith is, um, faith shows even when you don't see things happening. When you don't see things getting any better, or they are just, the same old thing is happening, the same old people are coming at you, or um, persecution and all kinds of things that are still going on, but you're believing God. You're trusting Him. That you don't see any evidence of it, that God is doing something. And so this is true faith. If you can only have faith when things are going well and they're going well all the time, then that's not real faith. Faith is there. Your faith is your evidence that you're having faith. It shows up in you. You might have a million things going on in your life, and still maintaining that love and joy and peace and gentleness and kindness and patience and self-control, all the fruits of the spirit. That's the best time for you to assess and examine yourself and see where is any of those areas lacking during this time. And then I assure you, if you find out which one is and you work on that one, you'll still stay in the peace and grace of God that you need to endure any situation, no matter how bad it is. So, like I said, faith is shown even when things don't look like they're getting better. The word says that we should be in good health and prosper as our soul prospers. So, our soul plays a big part, in our health. So, make sure that we're not holding on, harboring any bitterness or anger or anything like that, during this season, because greater is on the other side of whatever situation you're going through right now. And so I know you probably can say, hey, she can say all that. She looked like everything is wonderful in her life. But you know what? I have a brother who's been in prison for 37 years. He was 23 years old when he went to prison. And ever since then, we've been trying to find a lawyer, that will appeal his case, because were not as they appeared, the way the the officials, made it look, in that situation. And we're not saying that he's not guilty of something, but it's not what they made it look like. And so, but the Lord, He's given us grace to endure, and meanwhile, He's in there, He's still doing, the work of God while He's in there. He's taking those young guys that come through the door and taking them under His wing, because somebody did it to him when he was 23 years old. They took him, the older men in there, took him under his wing, under their wings, and they protected him. They made sure that he learned and knew how to, survive in there without, becoming this monster. And so, because he's not. And so he's in turn doing the same thing, for other young guys that come through the doors. And I just praise God for, every time one of these guys are released and, they contact me and they let me know, hey, your brother is this, that, he did this, he gave me food, he helped me, and God has blessed our family to be able to support him, send him money and encourage him and be there for him, during those times. And so I know it doesn't look like I have a brother, that's been in prison for 37 years, but that's because God has kept us, our family, during this time. And so what he does, with that money we gives him, and the way he shares is the same thing that, we do out here. I share with people and give, and when the Lord directs, and so I'm just sharing this with you in hopes that it'll reach somebody today, and give them some hope. If you have a loved one that's incarcerated, don't give up on them. Continue to reach out to them. Continue to accept their phone calls, and whatever you need, to uh, be to them. Ask God to help you be whatever you need to be with them. And so we're in this middle of this thing now. His power of attorney has been transferred to me. My sister, Shawanda had led, the torch of being the power of attorney for so many years. And back in 2020, the Lord transferred it over to me. And so now, I have to carry the torch for however long. I'm not sure if he's going to transfer it to anybody else in our family, but right now it's with me. And so they're not acknowledging their a power of attorney agreement, and so now I got to go to the next level in God, and how to overcome in this area of rejection. It's another form of rejection. I know we've spoken about that once before, but no, I will overcome this rejection too, and God will place me in a position of being the power of attorney being recognized. I already know that. I see it. I believe God for it. And whatever way he chooses to do it, guess what? It's going to be all him and none of me. And so I just ask you to just have faith today, believe, in somebody in your life that you have chosen to give up on, knowingly or unknowingly. Just search yourself and find if there's somebody in your life that, they reached out to you in a dark time in their life, and you thought that you didn't have anything to offer to them, but there's always something that we can give. It's not all the way, all the time about money. You can give your time. You can give a hug. You can give a smile. Just your presence, your listening ear. You can give a listening ear. You can write letters, send cards, or whatever. It doesn't have to be. It's not that hard. It is not. The Lord said that my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So reach out to somebody today and see if you can help in any way. You can cook for them. They might need some help cleaning their home, or they might need you to sit with a loved one for a couple of hours while they take a break, or somebody might have lost a loved one, and just need that call. It might have been a while. It might have been a year or so, and you think they are okay, and God been placing them on your heart. Give them a call. Give them a call. You never know. That might be the just the right thing they need at that moment. So I'm just leaving you guys with this word today, to just keep enduring, keep the faith, because he said those who endure to the end will be saved. And so just let the Lord just guide you today, and to that one somebody that you can make a difference in their life today, just by showing up, just by being there. So I love you, and you guys have a great mountain moving Monday. Bye-bye.